guys, it's a beautiful day once again and welcome back to Dexter's World Channel. My time is really gold here because we are trying our best to improve our breeding of lovebirds, to improve our breeding of different types of fish such as goldfish, this tilapia, and this hito. And for this video, allow me to just give you an update about our African lovebirds breeding. Just this morning, I am not surprised, take the word I am not surprised, to see plenty of babies inside in the nest boxes. I am very happy because the kind of feeding and the kind of attention that we are giving to our African lovebirds are actually very effective. And one of which methods is actually to winnow the food every day. Meaning that we have to segregate the chaff from the good seeds. Because these lovebirds has the tendency to, get the seeds inside, and the chaffs, the covering of the seeds actually is not anymore useful. So we have to winnow this from time to time to be able to get the good seeds out of the chaff. And this is one of the good practices that we observe here. Another thing, it's very important to have regular feeding of moringa. In my previous videos, I already made mention about the importance of the moringa. And I'm so amazed by how this moringa impacted the breeding of our lovebirds. In fact, as you can see here, just this morning, I went through all the cages or the boxes of our African lovebirds, and I am not surprised to see that these babies, healthy ones, are actually thriving. They're so healthy. And in fact, you will see the agility of our birds when you're gonna give them food. If you will leave the food, they will immediately perch on the containers and eat the food voraciously. They're eating this food with so much energy and vigor. And you will see that they're utilizing also the stems of this moringa for their nesting materials. And this is amazing. And in my previous videos, I got some hay for their nesting materials. But it proves to me that more than anything else, the stems of this moringa are the best source of nesting materials for our African lovebirds. And you look at them, they're eating so much of this food, meaning that they are already contented. They're getting the enough nutrients manifested by the production of babies that we can see in each of these nest boxes. And these babies are not just ordinary ones. They're actually very healthy and comes with different beautiful colors. See that? These are the success that we've got from the practices that we have, and as what I've said, moringa is the key for our success. Cleanliness is one of the best key for the success of breeding, and the regular change of water is actually very essential because these lovebirds are needing water every hour. Because they don't have sweat glands, they cannot store liquids in their bodies. That's why we have to give them always fresh water. If you can add this with vitamins, you can also do so. But if you are giving moringa, I suggest that you will forgo with the giving of the synthetic vitamins because the natural vitamins that they can get out of the seeds and the moringa that you are giving and the cattle bone is actually already enough for the production and for the breeding purposes. And in fact, as you can see here, all of these nest boxes are filled with eggs of our cockatiels. And this is not amazing. Why? Because naturally, if you're giving them the correct procedure, they will immediately and naturally also produce eggs and eventually babies. Behind me is the waterfalls, the artificial waterfalls, of course, that we have made 2 years ago. And I was forced to use this one for the catfish because these catfish are multiplying tremendously. I must say that. We are now on the massive production of this catfish. And I would like to have a review of how we produce our catfish. Of course, I know that some of you are breeding this catfish artificially, but in my case, I'm breeding the catfish naturally, wherein I only breed them inside in the small boxes. And in fact, I have tried breeding this catfish in the aquarium. One of the important things that you have to consider in breeding your catfish inside the aquarium is to ensure that the quality of your water is best for the breeding. And another question may be that you will ask, how would you maintain or how would you achieve the best quality of water for breeding? Well, I am just using the natural method. Just simply running the water by means of your submersible pump for the period of 5 days. And during those periods, running the water with the use of the submersible pump and using the small stones, the pebbles, in order to, make the quality of the water best for breeding, then I believe that you will really become successful. And in fact, we already have tried this one and we have now produced thousands of catfish. So you will see that this aquarium, though it looks dirty, but the water inside is already good for breeding. And maybe you will ask, Dexter, how would you know that your water is already good for breeding? Well, if you can achieve the 6.5 pH level of the water, that's already good for breeding your catfish. You will be certain that the eggs that will be spawned will really become fingerlings or will really become fry. In other words, they will be hatched. So this aquarium, the glass tank, is already good for breeding tonight. So what we're gonna do is to get some big catfish, which are pregnant with eggs, of course, and then put this together with a male catfish, only one pair, and then put this inside. And then we have to put also some egg collectors, and that's it. They will certainly lay their eggs, given that you have chosen the most pregnant and most ready breeders of this catfish. I encourage everyone that if you have vast tract of land with no use, you might as well begin to entertain the idea of producing money out of breeding catfish. And not only breeding, but also raising them for meat purposes. I mean, you can sell this as viand. And this meat of this catfish are very delicious when you are going to fry it and mix it with curry powder. These are actually best recipe that we can do out of the catfish meat. And breeding catfish is not difficult. It is easy if you already have observed the normal procedure, normal routines that made your breeding very effective. And in fact, I can tell you that we honed our skills in breeding, and this breeding is just but a very natural method that enables us to produce babies in thousands, by the thousands. And in our farm, of course, we are looking forward to be able to serve viand or dishes out of this catfish. And in our previous vlogs, I always mention about producing our own food, become sustainable when it comes to food. These are one of the solutions to the problem. If you have a problem about your food, and then you have the space where you can raise your catfish, then you might as well start breeding catfish. And not only that, you can also breed your tilapias, because these tilapias are also very prolific without need of micromanaging the breeding system. Because if you will just put the breeders inside in the breeding tank, and then you will put some air pump, of course, then they will produce without human interventions. You just provide them with a clean tank, with aerator, and with filter, and that's it. You will be amazed how this can tilapia produce babies for your farm. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you will continue to like and share our videos, and you will be encouraged with the basic tips that we actually revealed for us to be able also to follow and be able to start your own business out of the methods that we have revealed on this channel. And if you are not subscribed, I will humbly ask you to please subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we are uploading videos very regularly on this channel. And of course, if you are subscribed to this channel, you will be notified of our regular uploads. Thanks for watching on here at Dexter's World.